Hello everybody. I'm being a classy bitch and I'm drinking Diet Coke from a mug. Anyway, I had a thought today. I just remembered a very transphobic thing about my school, so I thought I'd talk about like being trans in school and how that is different to being trans at uni and my experience and everything. Because let me tell you, they could not be any more different. I came out as trans when I was 16. I didn't have a choice in school. My school is mixed, but we were taught separately, and so because I have female anatomy, I was bunched in with the girls. That did not change. Like throughout my school, they did not decide to like put me with the boys or anything. They just kind of left me, which I'll talk about in a minute. So at school, I was outed, so basically means that instead of me coming to the teacher and be like, I'm trans, a teacher decided to go to my head of year without my permission and tell the head of year that I was trans. And can I just say that is the shittiest thing to do. Pardon my French, but you do not do that. You do not have a piece of personal information like that and go and tell someone else about that. No, because that is not your information to share. That is none of your business. If you're going to do that, then get permission from the person first before you go spreading that, because it may put their safety in danger. And for me, it did, if I'm going to be honest. So they told me my head of year, and my head of year called me in and basically said, well, basically, long story short, they forced me to come out to my parents, so I wasn't ready. They said that they would get some support stuff and some meetings in order. They didn't. They did fuck all. They literally did not do it. So that was fun. The teachers that I came out to were very chill. They were very calm. They just said, okay, that was it, which is not the reaction I was used to, because I'm used to the world is ending or we must save the children reaction when I come out to people, and so that was very weird. But yeah. The fact that I remembered today was the fact that when I was in sixth form, I tried to set up an LGBTQ plus society where we just like talk about being gay, and that took far too long to grant permission for. After one session, it was shut down by the school. I was told by the head of pastoral management thing that I was not allowed to run it anymore because it was deemed inappropriate. Long story short. So that's that was fun. Also, when I was in sixth form, I tried to get me and a group of some other girls tried to grant permission for the girls to wear trousers, and again, that took months, and it really shouldn't have done. I can understand that it takes a little while to get finances and like suppliers in order, but it just took, like, the fact that they were just, the excuses they were coming up with was just ridiculous. We had to push to get it and get it for us, because they were originally going to put it in, like, allow them to wear it from the new school year when we would have left. So we pushed to get it pulled back, and they said okay, fine, and they only rolled it out to sixth form girls as a trial run. And I'm sorry, but what do you need to trial about girls wearing trousers? I'm sorry. So that was transphobic. Well, just simply like, bro, we're not in the 20th century anymore. Whereas that could not be any more different to my experience at uni, because my experience at uni, although I'm not formally out to any of my lecturers, purely because I don't have the contact hours that, like, because with my psychology there's over 200 of us on the cohort, so you don't get to know the lecturers and each other as well as you would in like a classroom, like back in school situation. You don't get to know them very well. So I just don't deem it necessary. They don't know who I am. Some of them don't even know I exist. And also just because, like I said, I have like 1 or 2 contact hours with them a week, so it's not, I don't consider it important information for them to know, if that makes sense. And also, you don't owe anyone coming out. Like, even when I was at school, I didn't come out to some of the teachers because I didn't, mostly because they were like of the older generation, so I just didn't think they'd accept it or understand it. What I did do, however, is because I'm obviously very openly trans at uni, like I go around with a pronoun wristband and badges. I obviously wanted my name changed on the system because that's not my name anymore. So what I did was I emailed the student records and said, look, can you change my name on the system from this to this, because I'm trans and so seeing and hearing my birthday makes me uncomfortable. And they straight up said, yes, we'll change like your title on the system to MX, we'll get rid of the gender on the system, we'll print you a new student card and we'll change your name on the system. But they did point out to me, and I want to like stress this, is the fact that unless your name is legally changed, you cannot change your name on like any formal documents. So because my name is not legally Casper, my name is legally my birth name. On my degree certificate and on any pay slips or anything that I get, even though like on the system and people call me Casper, I can't change that. I will have my birth name on it, because of legalities and stuff. So I can go by whatever name I want, but when it comes to legal forms and documents, I have very little say unless I legally change my name, which I don't deem necessary at this point in time, because seeing my name once a month on a payslip doesn't really bother me that much, because it's not something that I can easily fix, so it's not really something worth getting upset about. Obviously it's like it's more of like a oh yeah than anything else, but obviously if I get called it on a daily basis, then that will be a whole different situation. One thing I would also point out is the fact that when they accepted my change and they said they would change it, it did take a couple of days for it to change on the system. So if you don't see the change on the system right away, do not panic. It may take a couple of days because it takes a little while for like all the systems to sync up and everything. So I think mine took about 2 or 3 days for it to change. And obviously there is that little panic of, oh my god, have they actually done it? But they did eventually, and that was amazing. There's also an LGBTQ plus society that I need to think of going to, but I think it might clash with another society that I do. So. But it's crazy because I know so many more trans people at uni than I did at school. I didn't know anyone in my year that was trans. I think I was basically the only one, and I don't think that really... I think the fact that I was the only one didn't help the school, if that makes sense. Because they didn't know what to do with me, whereas like at uni, I know so many people that are not cis. It's crazy, and I think that's a really important thing to know, is that there are people out there like you, there are people weirder than you, and there are people that will accept you for you. So if you are currently in a situation where you're not accepted, you will get there one day. It may take a little bit of time, but you will find your crowd. I have found my crowd, and it is amazing. I found that within the archery group, and you will find that within whatever group you're in, or whatever group you decide to join. If you don't, that's okay. I'm gonna shut up now because I've been talking for a long time. But I hope you guys found that informative, helpful, boring. Sorry. I'll try and make shorter videos next week, but I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about that because I don't know, I like sharing my experiences about something. And I hope you guys took something from that. So, most importantly, do not out people. Anyway, I shall see you in my next video, and stay safe. Over and out.